So you're working with a customer. They have decided on the perfect boat or RV and they're ready to buy. You submit an application to the bank and boom, decline, decline, decline. Dead deal and everyone goes home unhappy. To make matters worse, you find out about 3 weeks later that the same customer was approved at another dealership. So what happened? In today's video, let's talk about everything you can do to get more deals bought and more customers out on the water open road. In particular, I'm going to cover subprime, or what many call specialty financing, and I want to make sure you never have to ask yourself, why couldn't we get that deal done? This video is directed more towards finance managers, but I think everyone in the sales department benefits from understanding the application process, so don't exit just yet. As always, reach out to us to schedule an F&I growth consultation. We'll do a deep dive into your finance numbers and compare them to the most profitable dealerships around the country. Hey, Jeff Backus here, COO and founder of First Approval Source, the recreational loan experts. I've personally worked on over 10,000 boat and RV deals over my career, and I love helping dealers implement what I call win-win financing, where customers actually enjoy the finance process and dealerships can still achieve their F&I departmental goals. So let's get back to figuring out how to get more deals bought. Something I heard Jeff Bezos, CEO and founder of Amazon, say in an interview is that everyone at Amazon has to have a relentless quest to support the end customer. Being relentless means constantly renegotiating vendor partnerships, looking for cost-saving processes everywhere, and above all else, putting the customer first. This relentless drive has obviously done wonders for their business, and I think it really helps to describe the approach you need to have when trying to get deals bought, especially subprime deals. Thomas Jefferson said, "I find the harder I work, the more luck I seem to have." And recreational lending is no exception. You make your own luck by working with your customer and with the loan officers to make sure you leave no stone unturned. Imagine for a second that you are in a hurry and you're about to leave your house. What is the last thing you do right before walking out the door? If you're like most people, including me, you pat yourself down, you say phone, keys, and wallet. Make sure you have everything. And I realize in some cases it's phone, keys, wallet, or purse, or some variation of that. So what is the phone, keys, and wallet equivalent in financing? The three things you always have to remember to check after receiving declines are customer credit and banks. In another video, we go over all the different things you should do before you submit. Hopefully a majority of the things we're about to cover you've already done in the process. So first, double check that you have everything right on the credit report. Make sure that the bureau is pulling the correct customer information. Sometimes one digit off of a social can pull the wrong file and you don't have accurate information. After checking to make sure you have all the customer info correct, look over the credit report and credit application. Hopefully by this point in the deal you already have reviewed the customer's credit report but checked one more time before giving up. Look for trade lines, derogatory trade lines, slow pays that seem to be out of the ordinary. If the customer has all on-time payments and a couple slow pays that's close together, take a few notes and then we'll use it for the next step. What we're trying to do here in this exercise is create a list of everything you see on the credit report and credit application that might be hindering the deal. You can use this information in the next step with the customer. So next in the process is speaking with the customer. Hopefully with the previous exercise you have a few things to talk to the customer about and obtain clarification. If the deal had debt to income issues, be sure to ask the customer if they have more income, other income to claim, or a co-applicant maybe that we can add to the submission. In many instances, I'll even ask if the customer to send over his or her personal proof of income so that I can have a look. We've had situations where a customer actually made a lot more money than they thought by sending in the proof of income, we were able to get to the bank to approve the deal. If they have high credit card balances or accounts that look like they could have been paid off recently, go ahead and ask the customer if they've paid anything down in the past 3 weeks. The bureaus can take as long as 45 days to update reports. If a customer paid a trade line down in the past weeks, it could not be showing up on the report. Remember that any of the conversations with the customer help build rapport, and you can show them that you're actually on their side and truly care about whether or not they get approved. Don't allow yourself to come across as the person saying no.
How about no?
Even if the customer ultimately gets a decline, they'll remember you and that you went above and beyond for them. I'm sure when they fix their credit issues down the road, they'll come back and they'll purchase from you. Finally, putting the first and second steps together, the third step is presenting everything you learned to the bank. I always say get the loan officer involved. Figure out what exactly is killing the deal. Don't forget, loan officers are human. They can make mistakes, change their minds, and even make exceptions. I remember one time I called a loan officer and I was trying to explain that the customer filed his tax returns as an S Corp or a small business corporation. By the end of the call, I realized that the loan officer thought I was saying the customer was an S Corp. So you can see or use your imagination here and see how that conversation went. Sadly, it didn't help get the approval, but it made for a good laugh between the loan officer and me. My point here is do your due diligence. It is your job as a business manager to find the sweet spots in each bank programs, and then don't be afraid to involve a loan officer to help bend the programs around your deal. Explain any of the information that you learned from your conversations with the customer that might help or persuade the loan officer to make an exception. Examples of this would be showing that the customer has been in the same industry for a long time if the job time was short, explaining why a customer might have recently moved if the residence time was low, or anything else to paint a better picture. Think of yourself as a defense attorney representing your customer in front of a jury. Don't forget, it's not your job to say no. It's your job to get a loan officer to say yes. You put all of these things together and you should see your submitted to approval ratios improve greatly. But that's all the time I'm going to borrow from you today. Contact us if you'd like to discuss anything in further. One of our recreational loan experts can go over your dealership's weak and strong points. We can do a finance consultation, deep dive into your numbers, and really see how we can help you out. But I look forward to hearing from you soon. Don't forget to follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and check out our YouTube channel and Instagram as well. Thanks.